Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I also want to say a quick thank you as well to my community members providing just some awesome feedback there. Deeply appreciate that. We did secure some nice profits from HBAR, 35% in 57 minutes yesterday with a 5x leverage trade. Same thing with OP as well, 30% and Bitcoin 21%. All those happened within about an hour or two, upwards of 5 hours for OP, but generally speaking, we took some nice profits because we jumped into those trades for some long positions as soon as inflation data came back as no inflation. So awesome stuff there, absolutely a lot of fun yesterday, so thanks again for the feedback. And if you're curious about my Twitter, Telegram, or Discord, I get that question a lot right now. I do have a new TikTok as well, essentially just kind of providing you fundamentals and some best practice in the back end there. CryptoCash.tech is a site too as well if you want to consider registering for my trade signals community and access to my university. I recommend starting with that honestly because that's probably the best way to go, get a good foundation understanding how trading works. So we got a lot of shorts here upwards about 11 to 12 cents. A lot of this occurred here previous though. Keep in mind this $11.50 to $12, that was a previous resistance based on volume and larger time frames. We'll look at that here in a minute, but what I'm getting at is that we got a lot of liquidation above and below the price action. So we're basically right smack dab in the middle of that. It's not really helping much at all, honestly, when you're that close to the interior, if you will. It doesn't necessarily give you specifics on what's going to happen next, but it does help in most cases to understand that because liquidation does factor in. But right now it's kind of super, not necessarily exactly the most most telling, right? Having said that, though, this is the important thing to recognize. Ton of volume at 11, basically I'm just going to round up, say 12 cents, right there at 12 cents, okay? So the price does come up to that level. We can expect initial rejection there, hopefully with a higher high and a higher low leg into it. Between now and then though, we could see this 0.618 fib level rejecting the price action perfectly at that basically 11 cent mark. I'm rounding up a little bit, but 10.9, 11 cents. We can see that there. So again, that's just important to know because once we get free and clear of that level, strong chance we'll see a run towards that 12 cent mark. Our trade is still open, even though we secured a majority of profit. We're letting the rest ride. And I always recommend when you take a trade, take some profits and adjust your stop loss higher, and just consider leaving a small percentage open, let it run. You can get more profit that way in a lot of cases, as long as there's continuation potential. Let's go ahead and see if there is. First of all, getting close to 50 on the RSI, that's reflective of that 0.618 fib level at 11 cents. So we could see that being initially a rejection level. We can see our MACD is finally diverging, but you got to keep in mind this is very natural when the price action shoots up as hard as it did in that 24 to 48 hour period. So it's kind of a false positive. I wouldn't worry too much about the MACD on the daily. The 4 hour I say is probably more important, and we're converging here. Okay, is letting us know that shift in momentum has happened already. It's occurred, and we've bottomed out, so to speak. That's why I felt confident taking it along at around 97 cents, upwards to about we wicked up I think 10.9. And the whole point of that was because how well HBAR was doing yesterday, contrary of Bitcoin pulling back. Like Bitcoin's, if you compare HBAR and Bitcoin's trade, or just more so their charts, tremendously better here for HBAR once it found its bottom. So this level here, about 9.3, is the tentative bottom. We can see we're at 50 on the RSI. Haven't fully broken through that level yet, but money flow index is higher. That implies the price action is more likely to run. Stochastic RSI is swinging up, MACD converging, again, all favorable signs. We're tentatively rejecting out of the 200-day SMA, but getting above that I think is important. So today I think we're going to see some further upside from this coin. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't make a run towards 57 or K or lower, we should be in good shape to see HBAR continue, okay? So having said all that, looking at the hourly here, we can confirm it's kind of messy, it's been a bit choppy, but we're above the cloud for the moment, and essentially we can see the convergence. Basically, we have strong convergence here according to this indicator. We don't have the lagging span free and clear, so this doesn't imply that a long position right now is like a greatest call, but it also is normal or par for the course to see that based on how high the price went and how low it went too. So again, for the most part, we're maintaining the cloud. That's the important thing here. And at this juncture, there's more bullish than bearish signs, period. Okay. The macro looks pretty decent. While we're not perfect, getting above that 0.618 level, closing at 11 cents or higher would be strong confirmation for a long position. Right now, I think closing today at about basically 10 cents even or higher would be extremely important. So we're looking for a closure of 10 cents or higher for this coin. All right, folks, that's what we got there. Last thing that's important, trade HBAR on world's best exchange, Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Link down below for these guys. They are awesome. You get some awesome rewards too if you use my link to register. So check them out. They've been great to our community. Deeply appreciate them. Once more, no KYC or VPN required. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.